Welcome to Media Minutes, a series that equips your ministry with the latest tools and strategies to amplify the gospel's spread. Today's episode will explore the game-changing impact of technical arts and how it can revolutionize your ministry's reach and influence. In the digital age, merely having an online presence isn't enough, as your content competes with numerous other online and traditional media channels. According to YouTube stats, there are around 3.4 million new videos uploaded to YouTube every day. Staying ahead of the curve and finding creative ways to engage your audience is crucial. However, to effectively communicate your message to a broader audience, ensuring that your product looks and sounds impeccable is essential. So let's dive into the power of technical arts and discover how it can significantly enhance your ministry's influence. Hi, I'm Cameron Reel, Media Specialist at Georgia Cumberland Conference, and I'm excited to share with you tips and tricks for taking your live stream from mediocre to top-notch. You might be wondering, how do you achieve that polished, professional look in your church videos or live streams? Well, here are some tools and tips to help you achieve that goal. Let's begin. First, let's start with the background. One of the challenges we often face when live streaming is dealing with a distracting background. When live streaming at church, ensure engaging visuals that don't distract from the message. Keep the background simple by creating a blurred effect through distance or shallow depth of field. This can be achieved by keeping the speaker or podium far enough away from the background or back of the stage to create a blurred background effect. By doing this, the focus remains on the speaker and the message being delivered, rather than on a distracting background. You can also use color contrast to highlight the subject and minimize distractions. Your goal is to create a visually consistent and engaging stream that supports the message being shared. Now that we have a basic understanding of applying background to your live streams, let's talk about the impact of color temperature on the overall mood of your services. Some churches opt for warm color temperatures in their live streams, while others prefer cooler temperatures. Warm color temperatures, typically found in incandescent lighting with a yellow and red hue at around 3200 Kelvin, can create a cozy and inviting feel. On the other hand, cooler color temperatures, such as this at 6500 Kelvin, are somewhere around bluer hues, similar to sunlight coming through a window. This creates a more dramatic and cool ambiance. Selecting an inappropriate color temperature can significantly impact the desired atmosphere of your live stream. If you make the wrong choice, your live stream may appear unprofessional or uninteresting, and fail to achieve the intended impact. Therefore, it's best to use a color meter for accurate temperature measurement. A color meter is a tool used to measure the color temperature of your lighting. Finally, when setting your color temperature, it is very important to prioritize skin tones. Prioritizing for skin tones helps the speaker look natural in the live stream. Think of lighting as the heart of the live stream. It is an essential element of video production as it helps to create a church service's mood, atmosphere, and visual appeal. Proper lighting allows the viewer to see the speaker, their expressions and actions clearly, and enhances the overall quality and professionalism of the stream. And this can all be done by using the many different lighting setups such as key light, fill light, backlight, background light, and others. Lighting can also be used to convey an emotion or establish a brand identity, and can be manipulated to create a sense of continuity throughout your church service. In summary, lighting is a critical aspect of video production, and paying attention to it can elevate the quality and impact of your video. More importantly than that, keeping your lights consistent should always be your priority. Consistency is not only important with light, but also with most other aspects of a production, live or staged. It can help ensure that viewers watching the stream have a seamless experience and are not distracted by sudden changes in lighting or camera angles. This can be done by ensuring that the stage is properly exposed and that the brightness and color temperature are consistent throughout. Overexposure of your speaker can result in a washed-out appearance when they step into the light, while underexposure can make them appear too dark when they step away from the light. Uniform lighting coverage can help you achieve the desired effect. To accomplish this, it is essential to use lighting fixtures with similar bulbs of the same color temperature and position them, angle them consistently for each stream. Another important factor for creating a top-notch live stream is camera consistency. Now, we'll talk more about cameras later, but here's some advice to ensure good camera consistency. Use a tripod. This guarantees that the camera is always in the same position and angle during each stream. It's also important to make sure that all the cameras being used have the same settings and are placed at the same height and angle. The ideal position for your cameras is close to eye level. To keep the lighting and camera positions consistent, it's best to create a detailed plan and stick to it for every stream. This plan should include the positions of the cameras and lighting, as well as any adjustments that may need to be made during the stream. By paying attention to these details and following a consistent plan, the church's live stream can have a polished and captivating appearance for all viewers. Shaping and controlling light is one thing you have to consider if you want a professional-looking live stream. If you're not familiar with good lighting, you would think that all you have to do is turn on the lights and your stage is set. However, that is not the case. In order to appropriately manage your lighting, it's important to avoid highlighting screens, first rows of seats, or any other areas you don't want to draw attention to. Some ways to do this is by utilizing barn doors, black wrap, or diffusion. Our eyes are naturally drawn to bright areas on the stage, so we want to avoid unnecessary distractions and lead the audience to what is important, like musicians or speakers on the stage. When live streaming church services, audio is just as important as video for creating an immersive experience. Investing in quality audio equipment is essential for consistent, high-quality audio, if possible. Prioritize a separate live stream mix or an audio operator to ensure what you hear is what's being translated to the live stream. Add audience mics to enhance the service for those joining over a live stream, and normalize audio levels to ensure consistency in volume throughout the service. Poor audio quality can detract from the professionalism of your video and turn off viewers, while high-quality audio can elevate the overall quality of your content and enhance the viewing experience. Finally, as promised, let's talk about the camera. Without cameras, you have no ability to live stream. The camera has a lot of different and difficult elements to mess around with, but here are the basic things you need to know and ensure are right before you hit that record button. If you're using a multi-camera setup, to keep it consistent, make sure you have the same model camera across all your cameras when streaming. Next, have multiple batteries or have an AC adapter to plug the cameras directly into a power source. This ensures your live stream won't cut off in the middle of the sermon. There are 3 key areas we want to pay attention to. First, let's start with the exposure. Make sure your exposure is correct by adjusting the aperture, or the iris of the camera. Shutter speed. The lower your shutter speed is, the more motion blur you'll get, and the higher it'll give you less motion blur. And the ISO, and that's how sensitive the camera is to light. Next, focus. Make sure your camera's focus is set correctly for the shot, whether manual or automatic. Double check that the focus is sharp and accurate. Finally, camera stability. There is nothing worse than watching a live stream that is shaky or tilted. To prevent this from happening, make sure you are using a tripod with a smooth, fluid head. Choosing a stable and high-quality tripod to ensure your camera is secure and steady. To recap, creating a professional and engaging live stream for church services requires attention to several important elements. These include creating a simple and non-distracting background, choosing the appropriate color temperature for lighting, using consistent lighting setups, maintaining camera consistency, shaping and controlling light, and remembering visuals are not the only thing to pay attention to in your live stream. Also, you should invest in quality audio equipment like a mixer board that will help enhance your live stream experience for your audience. Keeping everything consistent across the board and sticking to a solid plan every week are ways that you can have a solid live stream setup. Thanks for watching Media Minutes. I'm Cameron Reel, and remember, just being online isn't enough. Let's thrive in creating professional-looking live streams.